Hey, my name's Mason, and I'm pretty much a beginner when it comes to all things bushcraft, camping, outdoors. I really like to do it, but I don't have much experience. So in this video, I'm gonna see, can a beginner learn bushcraft skills? And the first thing to do is build a shelter. So I've made it to my camp, and the first thing I need to do is make a shelter. The type of shelter I'm gonna be building is called a lean-to. It's pretty basic. All you need is to have a single plank that goes across two trees, and it needs to be long enough so that you could sleep in between the trees. I found these two trees here that are far enough apart and have a Y brace in one of them, but the other one doesn't, so I have to lash that one. And I basically just looked up square lashing, and I followed some instructions, and that's how I did that. This is called a lash. I lashed the two together so that this beam that goes across would hold all of these up. That's what the idea is. Then I have to lean the logs on the horizontal beam, and to do that, I basically find straight as possible logs, lean them against it, and that's it. So that's simple. After a few days of bad weather, I'm back to try and finish this up. Well, this is it. All my planks seem to be holding up. It was basically storming about 5 minutes ago, but whatever, that's just Canada for you. So today we're gonna finish this off. We're gonna build a fire, make a pot holder, and cook. So can a beginner do all these bushcraft skills? Let's find out. Cue the B-roll. Now that the framing is done, I just have to put a bunch of leaves and debris and stuff on that, so cue the time lapse. So it's not completely finished. It could use quite a few more leaves and stuff, but I'm gonna get started on the fire because the black flies right now are just terrible. I don't know if you can tell, but they're just swarming me in the camera. Gotta get fire. I need to find a standing dead tree like I did in my last video, but around here it's a little difficult. If you remember in my last video, I decided not to use this wood right here, but it's getting dark and I want a fire, so I'm gonna bring this over to the shelter. This is super crazy. I found a tree that has like the most birch bark I have ever seen. Right now it's just burning off of the birch bark, I think. So let me explain why this was a fail for fire building. First off, as you can see, there's a lot of flame, but that's just because of those dry sticks and the birch bark that I found. The logs weren't good enough. The wood was too wet, and so it wasn't able to actually catch and create coals and embers, and it wasn't a lasting fire. It only lasted for about 3 minutes at a time when those sticks would burn, and that's it. That's pretty good. So can a beginner do bushcraft? I would say yes. However, if you were in a survival situation, you may go cold or hungry for the first week. This shelter, which it is pretty cool, I have to give you that, it took me about 6 hours to build, in total over about 2 days. And the fire, I couldn't find any dry wood, so the fire was a fail, I would say that. I was able to make some hot dogs with the little bit of fire I had, but I wasn't able to get a big one going, and I didn't have time to make my pot hanger, so I couldn't get my mashed potatoes or boil water, so that was a fail. However, with practice, I think I would be able to find actual good firewood and make a good fire and do this kind of stuff. It's just like anything else. You need to keep progressing and keep learning and keep doing that skill every day in order to progress and retain that knowledge. So let me know, guys, do you like this kind of video? If you do, smash like, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.